morning, everybody. I don't have many words because this is what I did. I am Zillion Dollar Voice, a public relations company, and our motto is your vision, our expertise.
Not the green one, the white one.
The white one. Arrow, right or left.
Look at me, I already messed it up. Okay.
The other one to the right. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, sorry about that. And our value statement, basically trust. Trust is the main part of our campaign, because what we do is we take the business's vision and we add our expertise and we make it great. So they have to trust what we do because we are the face for their company when we take on their campaign. Honesty. Honesty is important in all walks of life, but especially in a PR relationship. And I'll pause there for a second because there is a difference between marketing and public relations. Marketing is paid. Public relations is basically earned. And they earn that trust from the people that they reach out for, people like me. So basically what I am is the face of the company, the event. We work with politicians, we work with companies as big as Houston Food Bank to as small as, well, now I don't want to call it small, but musicians and artists. Basically, we don't take everybody, we brand people that we believe in, so trust is a major factor. And honesty. Flexibility, our long-term clients know that we offer flexibility, whether it's the hours that we work or the number of reviews that we are there for them. And what that means is, this is December, I've traveled to 10 different states this year because my clients will say, hey, we need this is a campaign, you worked on this before, so we need you here. So it could be something that I'll get a call today, and if my team is available, we're in Washington tomorrow. And they just know that that's kind of how we work because they don't choose, just like we don't choose everybody, they don't choose anybody either. They have to trust that we can get that job done. Creativity, whether it's the product, pitching, developing, media relations, social media, or more, it's important that we create something to capture the element for our clients. And what that means is, for example, if I saw you, Don, and you said, I want to create something, and that's all you said, I kind of have to build a relationship with you to be able to produce what it is that you need. So the creativity on our side, somebody may say something that it's not very big, but I get an idea by building that relationship. So that's what we do, we build relationship. And of course we get results. We work with television, I have a group of reporters that we work directly with the media. So again, anything that I put out, it has to be newsworthy and it has to be true. Because if not, I'll get thrown into the category of a spammer or fraudulent person. So branding is what I do, and all those things are important. What we basically specialize is building brand awareness, expanding expectations, being known in the market for our clients. Reputation is key, because again, if I take on somebody who, for example, we write a lot of press releases, or if you see different people who have said something wrong, especially in the entertainment industry. The PR behind the scenes is the person that comes and make that person look good because it's their reputation. And basically we build our clients' overall brand, creating effective PR goals, tactics, and strategies. Being an effective leader, my company will focus on open and honest communication by actively listening to our team, demonstrating empathy, set clear expectations, lead by example, provide regular feedback, empower our staff, recognize achievements, foster a positive and collaborative work environment, essentially create a culture where my team feels valued, supported while working towards our shared goal. Right now on my staff, we have a videographer, a photographer, we have a HR representative, an administrative assistant, and then we have about 10 people that we contract out. So we have all different personalities, and I've been told my personality is really big. So everybody on the team has to respect each other's creativity, I guess you would call it. So my goal this year is to become more effective. So we've sat down and we have, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but put an ethics team in place so we have somebody to talk to even if they can't talk to. Because sometimes when you're caught in your element, you're too busy and you really don't listen. So I'll move past that part. And business planning and development. We will continue to build our current relationships and cultivate new relationships. Of course, managing reputation, because PR does help organizations cultivate a positive image, reputation among the public. Media relationships, PR fosters relationship with journalists to secure positive media coverage. Brand awareness through PR campaigns, our organizations can increase brand visibility and awareness. So again, everything is about branding, reputation, making sure if they call me, they have maybe they're launching a new idea. So it has to be something that's going to be honest, trustworthy, and then we get it to the media so they can report it or just highlight that company. Business finance and raising capital. So, okay, jump ahead. My company is a little bit different because right now we are more so into building relationships, not so much the capital, if that makes sense, because we can't take on all clients. We have to make sure that there's something that we can actually put out to the media, if that makes sense. So, just being able to monitor, respond in public, stay relevant and responsive. And one of the things that we're going to do differently is traditional media is considered as newspapers like Houston Chronicle, and a lot of people are going digital. So what we're going to do is we have 2 papers that we normally work with the reporters. So a way to raise the capital is to make everything, we're working on media banners to where all the news that's reported, it'll actually go on their banner. They can actually tag that to their profile instead of going through the traditional paper, because a lot of people are throwing papers away or they're not actually reading. So just going through different ways to raise capital without actually going through traditional banks or things like that. Just keeping our current relationships happy. HR and hiring company culture. What we plan to do is, like I said, with a lot of the people that we work with, we have to make sure that everybody is happy and like with the ethics departments and things like that. So we're going to provide an exceptional work environment. And one of the things that we do yearly is we'll do fitness activities for team building. So all of the teams, they'll bring their families out. We'll do something like flag football or whatever we decide on that year for just something to do team building and bonding. We're going to recruit a more diverse staff only because we work with people, and we're actually going to Nigeria in a few months to work on a campaign. So we want to have people that can speak different languages, different cultures, things like that. So we're going to recruit more people so we can be more relatable to all cultures. We're going to provide a learning and resources for the staff, which basically means for each time that we get a new client, everybody is given a book to study that client. It's almost if you went to go to the airport to pick somebody up, you need to know everything about that person. So what we're doing now is we're creating a new book for all of our clients that we already have for this year. And those employers are gonna study those books and then find out what resources would work better for them to help to build them. We're gonna create a safe space for staff with the ethics department, as I mentioned earlier. Marketing and building awareness. And again, my company is a little bit different because we aren't marketing, but we deal with a lot of marketers. And what we normally do, one of my departments is we do infomercials. So we'll bring the business owners in, they'll do an infomercial because testimonials are why we keep getting return clients, is because people see that testimonial and say, hey, we like what they're doing, or we record, our media records the major events. We just did a Thanksgiving giveaway. We had Kane, Chick-fil-A, Houston Food Bank, Role Models of America. All those people come together and they contribute to the community, but my company captures those moments and we break it all down to what is industry specific for them. and they'll have all this on their website. So it'll be on my website, but we'll tailor that to whatever. Say for example, Chick-fil-A donated like 500 gift cards for giveaways. So we showed the people holding them up, and then we just highlight those areas. So it just shows recaps and the events that happened in the past years, and that just keeps people interested in what they're doing. And the digital platform, again, those are the banners that we're working on. We work directly with Verizon and T-Mobile, and they give them a package deal to where they can get those banners. We create them, and then they just put them on their websites. Driving sales, again, I really didn't put a lot there because we don't drive sales. It's a specific niche for just branding. So if they have something that is media material, news material, or if it's brand new launch for a building, a new product, or they just want to highlight something brand new that they're doing with their business, we send the cameras out. We have a reporter to capture that moment, and we create something for them. So that gives us sales. Again, when they see that, they say, hey, we want to highlight our business. And just staying updated on evolving media trends. Building relationships. We post 3 times a day on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. We have a consistent, it's set up to where it'll post, I will normally do it at the beginning of the week or the end of the week, and then it'll disperse 3 times a day to make sure people see us, they see us, they see us. And then we do customer reviews, and I think somebody mentioned the 5-star Google. We're 5-star, we're with the Better Business Bureau. They can go online, they can see us. It'll give them direct contacts to all of our social media. So our strategies for next year is just to up it ×2. Because again, we don't want all clients, but we want people to, of course, keep our business afloat. Legal compliances, we've created new employee handbooks. They'll be mandatory for all employees to make sure that they have a clear understanding of their roles and responsibilities. Building trust through transparency, create relationships, building activities, and establish clear communication channels. And again, we keep that open because we do 24/7, we're getting calls. We don't give bots. We have people that take shifts. So some people may take calls because we deal with people outside of America. It might be 8 o'clock here and 2 o'clock there. So we need somebody to answer those. So we want to make sure that everybody is in a good headspace because we are working all the time. And I don't know if that was 15 minutes because I feel like I talked really fast, but
You're good.
And that's who I am. So
Good job.
That's great. Love the PowerPoint.
Yes.
Those are my
Thank
company's
you.
colors. I have a female empowerment company.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody likes red.
Power.
I have a question.
Yes.
First of all, yes, your presentation, am I behind you? I hope not. I hope I just.
I was hoping I wasn't next.
I was going to ask, so what, do you have a target industry? Because you mentioned entertainment, so, do you look at, politicians, entertainers, or is it, hey, whoever requests our services?
Whoever, well, I won't say whoever because we can't take everybody,
Right,
but
right.
Politicians, I was actually just in Oregon, I think our last class, so I do work with a lot of politicians. I stay behind the scene, but I manage their campaigns. I write some of their scripts.
Wow.
Sometimes we have to organize an event to get people out for certain politicians that certain people don't want to see, but I'm kind of the face to make that person look good. Musicians, originally I started off with the music and media company. I teach voice, public relations, so, and a lot of the musicians actually will, like the event that we gave away 100 free turkeys last week. So a lot of the musicians who I do PR for, they come out and they'll donate their time, and that's kind of like their PR service. Because the whole thing is you need to be able to brand your product yourself if yourself is the product. So we work directly with those musicians, and they do a lot of events for me.
I heard you mention about creating a book for your staff.
Yes.
There's a software called Notions that you should look into because it'll capture everything about a client, and that way anybody can then have access to it digitally.
Oh, thank you. Notions, thank you. I love that.
One of the things you mentioned, I think repeatedly, which is probably very important, is you have to build relationships.
Yes.
Because this is kind of a soft skill that I have a kind of a question. How do you, when you're engaging with somebody new, how do you measure success? What do you tell them that this is why you need to hire me? This is what the, return is gonna be on your investment?
I don't want to sound conceited, but it's really a self-sell. It's basically like I was saying, I have to have a conversation first and foremost. If they reach out and after I listen effectively to what it is that they're saying that they want, I can either say, hey, this may not be for you, or this is what you need to do right away. Because because some of those campaigns may last like just preparation 2 to 3 months, depending on what they're working on. So like that relationship has to be good between me and you if we're doing business together, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So
You're kind of a step like between your client and the marketing person. I think I
Yes,
heard that.
absolutely.
So you're kind of creating that, I might be wrong here, but like the image or the message, right?
yes.
I think that's kind of maybe what you should be selling to. Maybe you're doing that, but I was just trying to think how you fit in. Because you can say, if somebody says to you that they need a marketing campaign, there's a step before that, you could fill that.
I guess basically it would be, because again, my slogan is your vision, our voice, our expertise. So whatever information that I give them, I tell them, now take this to your marketing team. We may create something for them, and then once we give it to them, because we have to do a press release, and we normally will meet every quarter for me to see how their marketing team is doing. But I give them all the information they need for them to be successful, but their marketing team has to do the work, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And it also sounded like there might be a niche here that maybe you're doing that I kind of pulled out of this, and that is, you mentioned that you're working for Chick-fil-A, right?
They are one of our sponsors, yes.
Okay, that's a national company.
Yes.
But I was just thinking about somebody like Chick-fil-A or companies like them, they do a lot of local stuff. They need somebody to cover that.
Yes.
And that's, I think, one of the things where you could fit in and look for other opportunities there. For other
Thank you,
companies
yes.
somewhere, yeah.
Yes, that is who we drive for. So every event that we do, and we have a Christmas event coming up, so we already have like Cheesecake Factory that's donated,
Okay.
like gift cards, we have canes. And normally what we do is the event is in the Bear Creek area. So all of those local places I introduce myself to, so they know me. And then they say, oh, Michelle, are you doing blah, 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 blah. And I'll ask them ahead of time, can I get you for next year? So that relationship, if any of those clients were to go back and do something, say fraudulent or bad, it falls back on me because I'm the face in between the company and the person that's like Chick-fil-A that's giving these gift cards, or I'm promoting the event.
Yeah, because if they don't hire you, they might be a silent contributor to the community, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So that's another point, is that your help with their voice.
Yes.
Help with their presence,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Any other questions? I was gonna ask, how many employees do you have now?
I have 8 full-time employees, and we have 7 contractors.
And your contractors are mainly Houston area or everywhere? Or?
Everywhere, because when we go to another state, sometimes I can't bring the employees with me, so I have contractors that are ready for me. But we are about to expand. We're going open up a second location in Dallas in February of 2025.
Okay, good. That's pretty quick. Okay, great.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.